get you guys.
It's cleaver time.
Indeed, if Tundra can put up a bit of a better fight.
Yep, let's see if they can actually get Skiter off the start of the game, right? That was actually the biggest problem for me last game where, I mean, Skiter just couldn't play Dota. He got pushed out of his lane, pushed out of his jungle. There was nobody to make space for him, so let's see if they can make that space. All eyes on 9, really, in the start of the game. Him and 33, how much pressure they're going to be able to apply.
33 in the past, his brood pretty much one of the best in the game. Would you say it's still up there?
Oh, yeah. Yep. I mean, sure, Wraith Pack's not a thing, but, I mean, this guy's the micro monstrosity. These spiderlings, they'll be scouting constantly, blocking camps, etc. Yeah, pretty strong lane. I mean, the snap plus this brood can be deceptive how much damage they're able to deal, especially once you get like that level 3 that we always talked about.
30 seconds to battle.
Hey, it looks like Gaimin Gladiators perhaps want to like fight around these ruins, maybe sensing some weakness on the side of Tundra since they have Brood and Drow, pretty worthless level 1 heroes. They did get the 4 bounty runes last time, and it led to a pretty heavy domination, so maybe trying to do the same, but looks like they will probably just get the 2 here. Maybe actually 3 still. Yep, yeah, they'll get 3.
They will. It ain't quite the 4, but still getting the majority.
Yep. Seleri able to get some decent damage on his side, while on Ace takes a decent chunk himself. Alrighty. See how Snaking's able to secure the lane. This could be a little problematic. Shaker 5 not seen too often because you're literally just a walking fissure. You're all about like positioning and placement rather than playing the lane and harassing properly. Let's see if he can defend Skiter. First fissure. Doesn't connect, does block, but doesn't really do much of anything. tOfu will give the tip over to Sney.
Yeah, Sney's turned up here. Doesn't have any sort of mangoes or clarities, so we'll be pretty limited on the fishes that you can throw out.
This is a very Sneyking build where he just feeds tangos and branches to his carry. He just literally wants to pump up Skiter. Yeah, this could be a tough lane though.
Yeah, I mean even on the courier that he's got slowly coming out, it's just a salve. So it's kind of just going to have one more fishes to throw out, and that's sort of all he'll have here at level 1.
tOfu trying to shade, but there's creep on him, so won't be able to continue. But yeah, Sney, very low HP, and now Skiter's lane might be dead. You said he had a salve coming, right?
He's got a salve coming.
Okay,
the courier's coming out with a salve.
Yeah, Sney really needs the salve. But not having any mana to be able to throw out the fish for quite some time.
Yeah, and you know, the courier's just made that trip for the salve, so it's going to be a long time before he gets anything else out, so won't really have much to throw out to threaten tOfu or Ace at all in this lane now.
Denied.
This is probably the lane to be looking at the most. Top definitely could have some of these kills happen onto the Undying. I mean, dyracho might have to be a little careful how he plays, but I think bottom is that kill threat lane. Mid overall should just be that kind of farm lane. 9 maybe gets a couple extra denies because he's gone for uproar, but not the most exciting lane in the world. Skiter.
Snake. He has got one fisher ready if they do get too close to the drought.
Oh, tOfu tries to go for the glimpse, can't quite. They have this lane ward that they're trying to play around here on the bottom side on Gaimin Gladiator. Getting a ton of denies. Like, Ace has 6 denies. Pretty big deal. They're going on tOfu, but he should be just fine. And it might even be another deny for Ace on this range creep. Yeah.
I mean, it just feels like they can't really do much in the safe lane, Ton. It's
Ooh, top. Gun connects. Can they commit onto 33? Not gonna drop anything. I thought maybe. Yeah, it's 14 stick charges, so they don't want to actually go for pressure. Yeah, gonna be a slow start for Skiter again. That's for sure. Might even get the glimpse.
It's gonna be a lot of damage. Skiter low, how are they doing for the regen? That's the last tango that Snaking's passed over to Skiter.
And Ace already, I mean, Ace is fine. He's never gonna get pushed out this lane. Ring of Health is done. Ring of Protection too. Probably going to be able to rush out that Soul Ring early on so he can keep spamming out if he'd like to go down that route. That's a very strong lane. And if for those who haven't seen Ace playing his Tide sometimes, if he's off to a good start, this man dominates on this hero. So really good start from the side of Gaimin Gladiators again.
I guess the thing is as well for Skiter in terms of recovery, he's going to potentially run into the same issues as he did in game 1, right? Because he's against such a similar draft from Gaimin Gladiators. Gaimin Gladiators are going to have the ways to get into Tundra's jungle and such. Bottom lane, Sneyking.
He's okay.
Put the fairy fire.
tOfu. Oh! Oh my god. So close. Oh my god, both toying with each other. Sney just gets a raindrop pushed out, so Ace may be tempted to gush, but would have been blocked.
I'm sure Sney survives there, but still, he's just completely out of mana. He's got nothing to offer for this bottom lane. He'll have to take the walk back to base.
Yeah. When he's 3, this lane gets a bit better because he's got that you know, double stuns and stuff like that, but not that much better. It's still not like they can actually push Ace out of lane or anything like that. They can just protect Skiter a little bit better. But Skiter just can't last it. He actually just can barely get anything versus Ace right now. Top. Seleri versus Saksa. Seleri dropping very low. And tOfu will just... Bit of a quieter early game.
Sney will return to bottom. I mean, can Ace just be, left on his own then? He's completely fine as solo?
Yep. Definitely should be able to just stick around here as long as he doesn't play over aggressive. Should be fine. And now tOfu, map is opened up for him to make moves toward mid. Good glimpse. There's a charge. 9. Might be in trouble.
Quinn.
Oh. Very
able
close.
to quite chase him down, so we'll survive.
Quinn was, what, 2 XP from level 6, I think it was there? Just barely missing out on it. Oh, 9? God.
See if he gets looking for the power runes. He will. It's going to be top. Bottom lane. Sneyking. Very nicely done there. Diving beyond the tower with the push forward from Skiter. That's a big kill to get, and not an easy kill. So very impressive to see them be able to do that. Ace was pretty stacked.
I did not expect him to actually get... It cost him the entire mana pool. Quinn, he'll be okay. It cost literally... If you look at Skiter, he was down to 5 mana. I think it was like the last Frost Arrow that lets him get that connection at the Ace.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get to see that every day, Sort of it's a Tide that's had that sort of a free start, dying to a very underfarmed Drought and Earthshaker in the lane. Very well pushed for there by Tundra.
They must have chased him for literally 30 seconds inside that lane. Like all the way from the bottom, from the tower, all the way past his tier 1.
Yeah, they did. It was a slow death, but it was a good kill, yeah.
Who got the last hit also? It was Sney, so... It wasn't Skiter who gets that last hit to help pump up his net worth, because he's still struggling. Only 150 behind dyracho, though, all things considered. Now 300.
My thanks.
Five. Ace. 3 points in Kraken now. Even tankier.
They shouldn't be able to do it again. He's not until the 6 is down.
9 is here.
Maybe, well, with 9, they've got a chance. Here we go, there's the Fissure.
Oh!
The block off the escape. 9's, he's ended up on the wrong side of the Fissure.
Under attack.
And with that in mind, Ace is able to walk this off.
Whoopsie, and now look at mid. Because he makes this rotation, tower is getting hit real hard here. Saksa, if he shows himself, might just die. Hiding himself nicely in the tree line there. Oof. That's that Fissure. That hurts.
Under attack.
Big damage onto mid tower, and now perhaps setting up onto this power rune. 9. We'll get lucky again. We'll just get it to spawn right in front of him.
I see this quick smoke from tOfu and Quinn. They want to try and swing towards bottom after they know that 9's returned top.
Ace is about to be level 6.
Oh, he's, one grip away. There we go. Easy bait from Ace there. Sets up for the Dream Coil to come in from Quinn. I mean, they just complete outplay there from Ace and the rest of Gaimin Gladiators. Tundra, they did not anticipate that he was just that 1 creep away from the 6. They played right into his hand.
They're trying to punish him because he's alone, but they're staying kind of like in his face where he's just able to stand his ground because he has 3 points in Kraken. Like, they do not really have enough damage unless they chase him all the way. So, good rotation. A quick smoke from Gaimin Gladiators that pays off, and now they even clean up a stack. Quinn, again, having this amazing game on the puck.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Next. See if he plays as much in the jungle of Tundra as he did last game. So
I
very
think
much
so.
one of the main reasons why Skiter just couldn't get any space to farm. This puck just being in his face all the time.
Yeah, I really think we'll see him do very similar. Even though he doesn't have the Nature's Prophet, the Tide is doing very well.
See again here with the replay there. Perfect stuff here from Ace. He knew he was about to hit the 6, and unfortunately for Tundra, they didn't. Played straight into his Ravage. And back in action down bottom. We're seeing Sneyking maybe in trouble again. If they want to dive forward for this, they won't go any further. They don't quite know what may be waiting behind the tower for them. Too far for the support anyway.
Sney's trying to hang onto this tower as long as possible. Let Max Fissure. They have Drow just sitting in the jungle. They've already taken the opposing tower, so yeah. As long as he can occupy down here without losing this tower, not too bad of a position here for Tundra. 9, I mean, he's getting blessed with the rune RNG. He now gets
it every time, yeah.
Yeah, that's 3 in a row.
Yeah, this is the dream one here for the Primal.
Yep.
High chance 9 might be able to find an opportunity for a kill here.
Yeah, if anybody really shows Seleri, it's tempted.
Now Seleri goes up, yeah, 9 could just go straight into this haste. And the haste and trample, it's a ridiculous amount of damage. Around, just running circles around whoever.
Middle tower is under attack.
Next. So there we do have the odds from our sponsor, BetBoom. Find more details on the website. Tundra. Smoke. Try and get 9 involved in some action, maybe around this bottom area. But Ace has got Ravage back up. They'll check the triangle instead. Making a move in towards the Tide seems kind of tricky. He's got Mango. He can pop Mango and Ravage if they do try and go for it. They're going to look towards this bottom lane. We'll see if they're able to do this, because this could be difficult.
tOfu has just hit 7 as well, too.
Oh, here we go with the kisses. Yeah, good stuff here from Saksa. The ult's there and ready. Now drop the static shot on the Dream Coil. See if they can find something in return. Quinn jumping in. Big damage done by the Puckers. They bring both Sneyking and 9 down incredibly low. Glimpse there from tOfu. Gets 9 back in range, but the cookie's there from Saksa. And that'll be enough with this haste rune to get 9 back under the safety of the tower. Still the chase for Seleri looks towards Sneyking, but Sneyking also manages to get out of there. So Tundra makes sure that they don't lose anything too great there.
Tundra strike back. This is the Snapfire I was talking about versus that Tide. It's overwhelming damage early. I thought Ace might go for something like a Hood early because he had that ring of health, but he's just going straight Ags. Gets punished for it. Good move there, Tundra. They needed that. They even take the mid tower off of it as well, too. And I was going to mention tOfu. He hit 7 right before the fight kicks off, and I thought he'd put the point in the kinetic field, but he actually puts a 4th point in Glimpse, and that just makes it so that they can actually walk out of the ult. So maybe a little bit of a slip up, just wanting to max the Glimpse rather than having that kinetic to catch him. And Saksa, him and Sneyking able to continue holding onto this tower very nicely. Gaimin Gladiators really wants to break this one.
33 is getting complete free fall. Yeah. But the Brood, 33 Brood's definitely going to get to do Brood things. 9. Having to slam down Seleri. Saksa will get found in the trees. So a trade to be found. Indeed. I knew to go very, very deep for that kill. Mid.
Bottom tower is under attack.
So much focus from Gaimin Gladiators down there on the bottom. Gaimin Gladiators will be able to push the tier 1 out of the game.
Bottom tower has fallen.
They have to react top, though. Spiders are starting to build up. They don't want to be losing such an early tier 2. We'll see the build from 33. The standard. This game, he's playing versus mostly magic damage, so Pike before that mech, as we've seen multiple times. And Sney, he's actually looking to play around 33 because he is so strong right now. If he can get a good connection, perhaps if they have like all the spiders beating during all the chain stun, they could maybe even set up for the puck. Not an easy kill, but a possibility. Bottom again, 9.
Have enough damage to take down Ace on his own. So, quite ready to set up with the kisses there. Free TP out. Safe.
Cool to see. Saksa's actually gone for a Veil. I'm still a pretty big fan of this item. I don't think we get to see it purchased enough, but can always look really nice. Sneyking.
I expected.
And it will. Dyracho with the Laguna Blade will make sure of that one.
Here I am.
Much closer early game. 3 to 4, 14 minutes. 33 top of net worth. I think Boots of Travel now finished for Dyracho, so he probably can be that constant answer for the Broodmother, then join his team a lot of times. But looks like first they're actually going to smoke and just try to push 33 out of here. 3-man smoke with the Tide just occupying the lane.
That glimpse or that dream coil to have a catch here on 33. We'll see if they can find it. Quinn. And he's going to be able to find the coil. Storm and the kinetic field to follow, but they don't really have the damage. And in fact, Quinn and Seleri, they just walk straight into a huge echo from Sneyking. Double kill for Sneyking. I mean, they weren't ready for the Shaker to come walking around the corner and pressing R. As Sneyking just completely destroys them.
Look at the damage. 1,600 damage from Sney at that point. I mean, it disintegrated both targets instantly. That was beautiful.
An easy echo for Sney.
And they weren't even, like, they didn't even touch 33, because if you looked what he did, he had the hood finish, he had the lock, and they did the disassemble play for the pipe as well, too, so they didn't even touch him.
Is under attack.
Good read from Tundra.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That was, yeah, you don't get to see echoes that high on the damage this early from a 5 Shaker, but there we go, Sneyking finding it.
Radiant are scanning.
And they get the scan connection on Dyracho. Ships passing in the night.
He's actually just got to avoid it.
Holy
just
crap.
Just the one angle, that one sort of line along the top of the river bit to get back to his triangle keeps him safe.
They expected him to be greedy and like farm small camp, but he'd already done it, so unable to actually find Dyracho there. So he'll get some time to perhaps finish that BKB before he does get gone on initially. Gaimin Gladiators still in a very comfortable position. They still have Skiter quite shut down on the opposing side, but we're seeing Tundra able to make some moves themselves this game.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Arcane mystery.
Gaimin Gladiators have a little bit
Dire's
wait for
bottom
Ace's
tower is
Aghanims
under attack.
for the next move.
Ace having Ags, and then they're probably gonna have like 3 timings come together, right? Ace, Ags, Blink Puck, plus maybe even BKB Lina. Top Quinn, maybe finding a solo pick, looking for Saksa. Saksa just a bit too tanky though.
Won't have enough on his own there, Quinn. Get that one. Very close to hitting the level 12 and the level 2 Dream Coil. Dream Gold away from having the Blink Dagger. Bottom lane.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's going deep, but there is no Dream Coil. A glimpse back. But that'll do it. They don't need the coil, just a catch at the tOfu Disruptor is enough.
He wants
for being out as... What we got?
He wants go level 2 coil. Remember, he's no blink. You know the point of finish. Just want to give you that. Top Kiss is committed to Undying.
I mean, why not?
Top tower.
Sometimes you want to give the Undying a good kiss.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Saksa does there. I don't know.
He's an Undying. He's a zombie.
What?
You don't want to kiss zombies.
I don't know. Saksa likes them.
Dire's top tower is under
He's going to
attack.
kill them every time. So you got to be watch out if you're Seleri.
Radiant's bottom
Saksa
tower
will drop the
is under
kisses, get the
attack.
kill. Man is ready to kill you.
And they get a little bit of damage on the tower, so that was the big reasoning,
Yeah,
right?
down to
So
less
not
than
bad. Not too shabby. Nine's death definitely hurts a little bit of that, you know, the space that Tundra was getting. He was on a really good route to having that BKB finished, overcommits trying to get Dyracho. And now, Dyracho's actually going to have his BKB probably finished at the next moment when Nine does have his to try to commit onto him, so might get counteracted perfectly.
Here, Tundra.
Another big rune. Nine's found another haste with his BKB. They're gonna start threatening Roche. Okay.
Gaimin Gladiators are going to want to say something about this. They have Ravage, they've got all the ults.
Do they know? Is the question. They do, because they have that ward.
They're going to know. I mean, is there a reason why you wouldn't try and fight this? It doesn't look like they want to. Ace is not heading over.
Dyracho probably telling his team, I'm 150 gold from BKB, but that doesn't mean they'll just give it up.
It looks like it. They're letting them out the free Roche shit. Gaimin Gladiators not showing any signs of being interested in trying to stop Tundra from taking this.
Radiant's middle tower
Taking them some time, but they will be able to get it. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. I'm glad it's just not looking to threaten with everything up. Like
that's the thing, right? They have such a fantastic team fight. They've got a massive team fight, but I mean, clearly a very, you know, they knew it was happening, so it was a very clear move from them to not go to Roshan. Top Ace is gonna pop the Ravage.
He dies.
Dire's top tower.
Yeah, and so will this tier 2 tower. I've got to say that last sort of 30 seconds of everything here from Gaimin Gladiators is a bit of a question mark.
Dire's top tower.
I mean, Tundra just getting to kind of do, it feels like, whatever they wanted in these last few minutes. Ace
they get Roche, Ravage is for nothing, and they lose a tier 2 tower. So Tundra, they're going to get some real momentum off the back of that.
Yeah, and now Skiter, he's got Aegis, so he's got this comfort to be able to join fights himself too. He bought Shard early, so he is strong if he's able to stand his ground. Dyracho does have BKB, so maybe Gaimin Gladiators just really looking for some type of timing, but they don't have Ravage now for the next fight. And Nine,
he's in. Straight on a Seleri. Seleri will get the tombstone out. But, will still die. Dyracho throws out a Laguna. Not anything that's going to be threatening Nine anytime soon. Nine, he's got the Arcane and the BKB. Be ready to go again if the fight continues. Gaimin Gladiators a step too far forward on anyone.
I mean, Nine is getting, again, power rune after power rune after power rune. Just had a haste, finds himself an Arcane, looking to continue playing aggressive.
Good stuff here from Nine. Let's see what Gaimin Gladiators do now. I mean, at the least, to say that I'd imagine they'll have to wait until Ace gets his Ravage back online. Minute until that one.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Dyracho should be ready to turn up and follow up in these fights now, at least with his sort of core items complete.
But it's 3 minutes where Drow has Aegis to comfortably sit back, finish up BKB, and then perhaps Skiter can actually join the fray. I mean, Gaimin Gladiators just getting ran at.
They're crumbling. They really are here, Gaimin Gladiators. After such a solid-looking game one where they got the lead and they just continued to kind of completely smash that game. This game too, Tundra. Sneyking. The Echo not achieving much there. Not quite in range of being able to set up with an Aftershock proc to allow Nine to turn around and get the kill. Yeah, both teams having a few whiffed ultimates here.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, what it tells me with the way the Gaimin Gladiators is playing is like they don't care about the Roche, right? That's what you would imagine. That's what they're probably telling each other with the way that they play it, right? So, yeah, wondering if they're just like, we're confident going into later stages. We're very, very confident in how this Tide's going to be able to play versus Drow and Primal Beast. I mean, their net worth is still very good, and for Tundra, like, Skiter's still pretty far behind, and also is Nine. So I think that's probably the case. They're just like, we're going to just be able to out-carry this, but definitely hemorrhaging a lot of kills and even some objectives.
Tier 2 in the mid doesn't stand a chance. Tundra, they can push for what they want right now. Gaimin Gladiators seemingly in shape to fight Tundra this time round. Now bottom. Dyracho's got to put the BKB and go for the TP out.
Just really looking to avoid these fights for some time. Saksa, top. Backpacks his Vlads for a second so it doesn't show on the creep wave. Looking for some type of gank potential, but no way he can do it by himself on the Quinn. Close game.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It is, but I do feel that Tundra is in more control than the numbers would indicate. Bottom, another free pick there against Seleri. They're having a bit of a tough one. 0-6-1 this game. Very easy kill for Tundra each time they see him.
Mid lane, Saksa, he's thinking about throwing the kisses down. Skiter TPing it very aggressive.
Under attack.
Okay.
I mean, he knows he can get away with it because with the last few minutes that we've seen, Gaimin Gladiators, they don't seem to be in any sort of shape to
Dire's bottom
to
tower
actually
is
respond
under
to any of these
attack.
moves from Tundra. Tundra is just getting to do whatever they want right now. Gaimin Gladiators are
dyracho.
struggling big time.
He has no
Teep's coming in.
BKB.
I mean, it's still cooldown for 15 seconds. Knight's going to get in on this. dyracho will be able to get the Laguna. Knight's able to pop the BKB before the Ravage Stun comes into place. dyracho's still alive. Fisher will catch him. Finally gets taken out as Nine's going to be okay. Tundra, let's quickly take down the Tombstone. Killing
Dire's
dyracho like that.
bottom tower is under attack.
Gaimin Gladiators, they're really falling apart here, Fog.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm surprised that dyracho showed himself down bottom when they're all sweeping. He knew that they were kind of sweeping across the map too. Shows without BKB. Lucky to survive that long. But now Tundra, yeah, they get 2 towers. I feel like they've gotten, what, 3-4 big kills out of this momentum from getting Aegis too. They got a free Roshan as well. That feels like Gaimin Gladiators, like I said, it feels like they're okay with this, but it doesn't feel okay by any means.
Silence.
Really interesting to see.
Next move's going to be they're made. See there the odds on your top of your screen here provided to us. Sponsor Bet Boom. Check their website out underneath the. See, Gaimin Gladiators.
What's their timing now? I'm wondering. I think they can. It feels like they can still fight whenever they feel like they want to on Gaimin Gladiators, but just very afraid of playing into this Tundra draft at the moment. And they've now given, yeah, Skiter, like, he's totally kind of caught back up with BKB. He has protection for himself. Let's see once it all kicks off when they have, like, once they actually look to take a team fight on Gaimin Gladiators. But, yeah, Tundra dictating what feels like the last, like, 8+ minutes or...
Go for sort of move around the mid. It is hard to sort of commit for a play with how easily Tundra can turn around any of these moves.
They see Ace farming. He's got Blink. 9. Can't get on him. Oh, 9 actually bought Shard. Cool. Don't see this too often, especially not from core. Like, support sometimes with 4 positions can try to play with it, but very interesting. Nice run. 9, they get stunned.
And there's the Ravage to follow up. They'll burst him. See what they can do now with that takedown. They'll move to the mid. They'll finish the tier 1 tower. See what more Gaimin Gladiators go for. Sneyking. Got a setup with the Fisher, but step any further forward. Saksa's been caught off to the side. tOfu get the glimpse back. Just has caused issues for Quinn, and Skeeter stepping up the BKB. The cookie in as well from Saksa. Nicely done there to keep Quinn locked down. To allow them to take out the puck. They do end up losing
Skiter.
Saksa. Now as BKB comes to an end, see if Skeeter's able to get back to the tier 2 tower. And Gladiators, see how far they want to dive. They get the vision for the glimpse back. Skeeter surrounded by them, will turn with the multi shot. Sneyking drops the Echo Slam on top of dyracho. dyracho trying to get away from them, but he'll be the first to fall. Skeeter finally dies. But Gaimin Gladiators, they lose both Quinn and dyracho for this move. And they'll lose Seleri as well. Seleri surrounded by 9 and Sneyking. Let's see if he's actually able to run away from this. 9 is going to be able to have the onslaught in a second. In fact, just the pulverize alone should do it. Reaches in, grabs Seleri. So Gaimin Gladiators, it looked like a decent sort of start to the fight with that pick off on 9 in the mid. But then they hang around maybe a bit too long. They lose two of their big cores. That's both Quinn and dyracho going down.
I think maybe some miscommunication perhaps coming out there because dyracho ran really far in.
He was indeed.
And tOfu had the glimpse. He actually had the vision from the other hero to be able to get that off. So dyracho ends up standing right next to Sneyking. It gets full combo down. If he's actually in a better position there, they might be able to come out way ahead in that fight. But that all being said, Tundra, they get some decent cleanup kills. But a good comeback from Gaimin Gladiators after nothing was really happening for some time. This Lina's still very much so top of the network.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
9. Ooh, forced the defensive BKB. Okay. Hex. So he skipped the mech this time around on 33.
Hunting bounties.
Getting that initial catch onto the Lina could be huge.
Yeah, I mean, the Halberd and Hex, it's sort of stagger them one after the other on dyracho. It's going to make his life very hard to perform as a Lina in these team fights.
The Gladiators, Ravage is back up and looking to hit.
All right. They still do have, they have on paper a very good team fight.
No BKB on 9. Why they're looking for the big jump.
It's the jump. And it's going to get 33 and Sneyking. Life Tracker 8 to follow up as well. On to 33, but 33 is pretty tanky with his items. dyracho's not able to kill the spider. 33 will be fine. Down in the river. Quinn drops the Dream Coil onto 9. tOfu ends up sort of glimpsing 9 back up to the high ground, so 9's going to be out of harm's way. Back up on the top, dyracho is getting focused down. He has got his BKB ready to pop. See if he's forced to press it here. He's going to try and get away with the movement speed alone. But 9 charging in, that will force the BKB to come out. As dyracho will pop it here for the retreat. Cookie fraud from Saksa, nearly able to get on top of Quinn after the orb, but Quinn was ready. He gets back to safety. Still though, Gaimin Gladiators, they came looking for a fight, and they certainly won't be happy with the one that they found. They'll still end up losing 2 heroes, and Tundra barely a scratch.
They jump and get the Ravage on very not ideal heroes. Sneyking actually gets caught just on the edge of it there. He's able to pretty much free cast his spells. The Broodmother tanks through everything with the pipe. And the thing is too, this Ravage, it comes out, and look at the Roche respawn timer. So now 80 seconds, no Ravage for this next Roche fight that Tundra can probably just walk into.
They can. They did it before. I think they'll certainly feel that they can do it again.
Quinn?
Unseen.
Okay.
Here I am.
Earth's bounty.
And that was not just was it just like Ravage and everything when they were trying to put like an over aggressive Ravage. That was during 9's BKB. So that was where Gaimin Gladiators needed to kind of win this fight to be able to set up for this rush shot. Now Tundra, yeah, they just walked into it. Another free Aegis for the side of Tundra. And I guess the shard is gonna go toward the Broodmother also. Ugh. One of the worst shards in the game. Does he even want to take it? I guess he will,
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures.
I thought maybe he
are
kills it just so he doesn't have the net worthing. Yes. He is getting some hits off also. He is so tanky that he is target heroes. So Seleri quickly down.
It's not an easy game to be the Undying now at this point. So many heroes that can just very casually kill you.
0-9. Really struggling. Tundra opening up this game completely. Even though this Lina still continues to have a pretty good advantage over the Drow Ranger, Skiter can't really get into the midst of these fights, it feels like a lot of the times. Wow, Saksa's, I didn't even notice that. Saksa's level 18, by the way. I mean, he's had really successful ults for the most part in this entire game with this Kisses, but you can really see how squishy he does feel when he's getting by Kisses and Zets multiple times since he's gone full greed. No aura items on this Tide.
Very quickly takes him down to half HP. We'll see Quinn jump out of the base, but he's caught by the Hex. Quinn, if he can jump back out, he can. Quinn will manage to get out of there. In fact, it's Tundra that are forced to BKB on both 9 and Skiter.
Scary moment. BKB's on cooldown. All the lanes are kind of pushing in, but it feels like for Gaimin Gladiators, they have to make a move with these on cooldown. And they're drawing the line. They're expecting this TP up top from Skiter over 100 cores. It's a pretty chunky wave up there. They get cleaned up fast from Skiter. They make it in there in time to fight when these are on cooldown. They're making the right move if they catch him around triangle. Someone, oh, look at the lines drawn. Saksa is probably like, hey, no one's showing. They're making some type of smoke move. Skiter, he's going to farm in a very careful position. Good awareness coming up from the side of Tundra. And mostly Saksa with those lines drawn. Spiders. Starting to hit bottom. Not the craziest amount of spiders, but anyway, gives that information that no one was there. Quinn tries to find a catch, but won't be able to. Saksa now has a full Aghanims on this Snapfire.
Hell yeah.
He's huge.
I mean, I want to see the combo plays here with Sneyking. You know, he's not been able to get himself a blink this game. Get that shaker thrown into the midst of the fight.
Get your shaker in the midst of fights, or even there's so much potential with this Aghanims, right? Like you can even do these save plays where you gobble up and spit someone out of position too. So lots of things that Saksa could do here. Also now a full Aghanims finished up on Primal Beast, so he's gonna be able to break that Kraken, and then they can actually just full commit. They can actually just kill Ace 100 to 0. As long as he's got those stacks ready to be able to go for that uproar. Gobble up.
Yeah, he's ready for it. They want to make the play here. He wants to spit that shaker straight into the front of the fight. See if they find a chance to do it.
Gaimin Gladiators pushed all the way back into their base. Very hard for Ace now. Silver Edge, Ags, Primal Beast, so many different forms of control and everything, and he went for his own greedy build. You know, no defensive items on this Tide whatsoever.
Double damage.
Peter. No Seleri. Not again. Gonna be a casualty here. Search. He's gonna be fine. Close to danger. This Ace gonna go for the Tide here, and then to jump 4 and 9. He's in with the BKB. Ace. He's gonna put the first ravage, and he's just dead. He's out of the game for 50 seconds. He does not have the money for buyback. Dyracho puts the BKB. Skinner's caught the stacks. Nobody has the ages. He's out for round 2, but there's no BKB available on him, and there's no BKB, of course, left on 9. 9 will fall. Dream Coil there on towards Skinner, but he cooked it out to the side. For one, Dyracho. Just going to go in for more. Quinn jumps in, looking to control Saksa. He has to back off. Notice that Tundra hold the high ground. Gaimin Gladiators, they won't try and chase further out the base. They'll settle for the 1-for-1 there between 9 and Ace. Both teams just losing one of their cores.
They see dyracho bottom. They're immediately TPing Saksa. He's got that gobble up. He's got Skiter with him.
There we go.
They have the lane ward too, so they see that he's sticking down here. Hello.
Wham! He's on him. Skiter turns, and that's going to be a dead Lina.
Nice play. That was quick. If they make that move, it was super fast, and they catch Gaimin Gladiators off guard. And now Sney, he does have his Blink Dagger. Now he can look to make his own jumps. He's played very well without the Blink. Having that early shard picked up.
He has. I mean, this has been a game where, especially in that mid situation, you don't expect the Shaker to be able to echo on top of a Lina.
Nope.
But indeed, unfortunate positioning from dyracho earlier didn't cause that to be the case.
Yeah, I mean, even like the top play, I feel like slowed down a lot of the momentum from Quinn too, or maybe put a lot of fear into their hearts to actually make aggressive moves. Hey, really owning.
Oh, here we go, top. There we go.
The guess.
He's gonna see him. Okay. Never mind. Bye. Quinn's out. Finding him in the trees.
Didn't the Seal Totem eventually, like, at one point it stunned when it first got added, right? That actually would have caught him.
Nah, did it?
Did it not? I thought it stunned when...
It might have done, yeah. Go back and check. Go do your research. Go do your homework.
Haste.
It did have a few changes. Yeah. Maybe you're just leaking the new patch, folks. Come on.
Take that.
I mean, this item is broken either way, so whatever. I was just trying to make it more broken.
Silence!
Tucking it away. Tundra, sweep the map. All lanes pushing in. Seleri.
He's having rocks thrown at him. Very nice.
Fissures uprooting the rocks, and then more rocks being thrown.
Tundra's kind of chilling. They know the Gaimin Gladiators aren't really able to leave their base right now.
Yep. Tundra special. Strict. Get that farm up. Keep scaling. So for Gaimin Gladiators now, it feels like a lot of pressure on Ace to be able to land these big ults, but it's just not an easy ask whatsoever. Gonna go for a smoke play. See what they find.
What he wants to drop for this. We'll try and force out the BKB. He'll get it. 9 has to pop it.
Okay.
Oh, Ace! In with the Ravage. It catches the 3 of them, but the BKB was already out for the Skiter. Skiter now turns to try and push back towards Ace. Ace pots for refresh to get the blink out to the side. He's away. We're back out of the fight. 33 chilling up on the cliff. Dyracho pop the BKB himself, but won't be able to get a catch onto any of the members of Tundra. They get the glimpse back onto 33. Got him in the static storm. The Eon disc ready to keep him safe for a little bit longer. As 33's still alive, Halbert's back up. He'll turn the Halbert over towards dyracho, but he will still fall. See if they can go in for more Gaimin Gladiators, starting to back off.
Pretty good fight. They finally catch this pesky spider. Honestly, 33's been so annoying. That's his first death of the game. They're finally able to get the catch onto him. He doesn't have a way out of that kinetic field, so finally, Gaimin Gladiators solved the spider problem. And they still have a second Ravage if they do want to look for a fight. So pretty decent.
Imagine Tundra. I mean, with this Roshan that's coming up, surely Gaimin Gladiators will try and contest this. They can't let Tundra go for this Roshan, right?
No, because this is the big one. This is potentially the Ags or the Refresher, so I don't think they want to be able to give... If they can get themselves an Ag or Refresher, it's pretty huge. Like, if they get
They've got to contest this rush.
If they just get a Disruptor Aghanims or something like that, right, the game could just be blown wide open if tOfu's able to find positioning for it, so... Let's see which one it is. It is an Aghanims.
All right, get to the pit. Get to the pit.
Dyracho also committed his gold. Full MKB picked up. He really needs it, as I've seen in multiple fights. Like I was mentioning how annoying 33 is, just the Silken Bolas in general. This miss rate that gets applied, it's super pesky. So MKB is finished up. Also, Saksa's little thing I didn't touch on too much, but besides Saksa just having an excellent game, his Wraith Pack's been pretty obnoxious. Nobody can really commit to killing it. Dyracho doesn't want to waste time hitting it either. It's been doing a lot of work, especially in combination with the Silken Bola. I've seen Dyracho hit the Wraith Pack 5 times and miss 4 out of those 5 hits. Team scouting that Roche.
I don't think either team can go in without taking a fight first, right? It's going to be hard to force it. The other teams breathing down your neck. Got to go for kills first.
Right now, Gaimin Gladiators actually has pretty decent lane position. Top is being pushed in, bottom's being shoved in with double catapult. Mid, they'll answer too, so they don't have to worry about lanes if they do want to look to commit for a fight, as double Ravage, 15 seconds. Could be an opportunity for them to go for it. Skiter, a full Daedalus. His damage is pretty crazy now.
Yep.
They can get the grabs.
Oh, smoke on smoke. Everybody's smoked up. Gladiators step into the river, but Tundra's already up on Gaimin Gladiators half of the map. They hold the high ground right now. Gladiators, they'll sweep through the triangle. Will they expect position over here?
See the courier
being made. Yeah, they know that they're over this direction.
Yep.
There's definite pings there. Done.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Is that like a spider he just threw? I think so.
Radiant's middle tower.
Either side finds each other there with that first round of the smoke. Both ended up on opposite halves of the playing field.
The most common position that I feel like we now see in Dota. Sney claiming that high ground with his fissure free pathing. Bit of a stalemate. Both teams waiting for the other to trip up.
You win this fight, you get the Roche. Well, we've got to check what the buyback status is. They're going to be very important around this. And actually, Tundra, 4 of their heroes lacking the gold for buyback.
Very close.
Could be, Gaimin Gladiators around this Roche fight. They'll have backup. They'll be ready to come in, and I'm sure they will throw buybacks into this fight if it does really kick off around this Roche.
Yep. 33 is starting to develop a little bit of an army to send to top to start to maybe force some reaction from Gaimin Gladiators, but not yet. The buybacks. 40 on Quinn, 150 on 33.
They're close.
Very close for tons of these buybacks. As the smoke.
Dire's top tower.
They're actually making their way. They kill it very fast.
They do. They
might get away with
Tundra. Tundra's got to make a move soon. They're not making a move soon. That's going to be a free roast for Gaimin Gladiators. We saw Tundra earlier being the ones that got to just walk in and take it. This time it's Gaimin Gladiators. They just get to walk in and take it.
And they give that Ags to tOfu, as we were talking about. Ag Static Storm is online. Perhaps a complete game breaker.
That's a huge grab there for Gaimin Gladiators.
Yep. I like that dyracho is, instead of holding a DPS item, a damage neutral, he's actually holding the ascetic cap. So he can get that status resist in case like, he gets hexed on the initial go or something like that. Bit defensive, but I do like because he already has the damage. He just needs to survive.
Tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom
Pretty huge though for tOfu. I feel like now he needs Blink Dagger. Okay, he queues it up. I was going to say now you want to be able to follow up with your Tide Ravages and stuff like that as this disruptor is Seleri.
Very, very quick cleanup. I mean, they've got this push coming in with the spiders as well. See if Tundra can push into this Aegis and Cheese. It's going to be difficult. I mean, did they sort of have to wait this out? Can they try and poke towards the base? How careful have they got to be, Tundra, right now?
I mean, a lot of these fights are just going to be up to really who gets the jumps and if they're able to get BKBs. I think they have to be pretty careful versus this Aegis. I don't know if they can just let Gaimin Gladiators free farm though. They might have to still look to try to get some type of pickoffs. Because they both scale very hard. And it gets really scary and really wonky when a disruptor just gets handed a full Aghanims. Like the game now you could just lose the game if he just gets the connection on Static Storm on your cores. And Ace, he's getting closer and closer toward that Arcane Blink that once he has that, it's very hard to dodge the Ravage. If he gets the face blink, if he's right in your face, you actually just can't dodge it pretty much. Very close game. No refresher on 9, but that is all of his gold.
Playing with that buyback does feel a bit risky at this point. Especially if, you know, Gaimin Gladiators are able to take a fight where dyracho survives through it, because he'll take down the buildings very quickly.
Skiter makes the aggressive move. Look at the Spider Scout, 33, sending them in that beautiful line that we've seen so often from these broods. Scouts out everything. Full awareness of where Gaimin Gladiators is currently, and they still have this aggressive ward placed up. He's in.
BKB, dyracho pops his BKB, stands his ground, so 9 has to back off. They can get out of here. Saksa caught in the Dream Coil, cookie down to the low ground, but they'll find him. Saksa gone Ace, it's not going to catch anyone.
Whoops.
Well, at least he's got a second one. He will pop the refresher straight away, ready to pop it. Going to be able to find anyone with it, though. As Gaimin Gladiators, they'll retreat. Same to be said for Tundra.
Saksa gives his life for the cause, right? He gobbled up 9, spit him out a little bit just so he can get that distance away. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure 9 might just die to the extra right click, so bit of a sacrifice. The Gaimin Gladiators really starting to find their footing. I'm wondering if, did Tundra even get to scout tOfu yet? Do they even know that he got to give him I have to imagine they know that he's got a free Aghanims.
They must have known. Because someone must have stepped in the pit, checked what Roshan had, right? They did, or did they never step in the pit at all? Did they ever get to click Rosh?
I don't know if they scouted.
They might not have, actually. They might not have.
I mean, they saw it with the ward that he killed earlier, if they clicked on him quick enough. But either way, I mean, whatever. Could still catch him off guard. dyracho also, right before that fight, he did hit 25. We saw that Laguna right through the BKB. Gaimin Gladiators getting aggressive. 70 seconds on Aegis. Oh, step in.
dyracho. Uh-oh. He's got the Aegis, so he's ready for round 2, but he's in a bit of a deep spot here under the tier 3. Down with the Glype near. He's going to try and take down 33. Static Storm's there, but the Indisc is already proc. As he's going to be able to stand his ground a little longer. dyracho pops the BKB, turns towards 9. 9 charges away. Tundra, they'll be able to back off. With Gaimin Gladiators, they'll then get the space to take the tier 3 mid. Ace still, of course, has this second Ravage to play with. Lightning is going to catch the 2 of them up on the high ground. Quinn going in to look for Sneyking. tOfu gets the glimpse back, but Saksa swallows Sneyking up and spits him back to the fountain.
Really well played. I think Sney definitely dies there. Good aggressive force stab from Sney initially, too, to take out that Aegis from dyracho. It came from a mile away, so I was like, wait, who the hell did that? But he has Aether Lens plus Telescope, so does at least get rid of that Aegis, but Gaimin Gladiators, they hit back hard. Now they have a full Satanic on this Lina as well, too. They've totally found their footing back in this game. Even though it's 23-13, they get that free rush, and now it's a blink on tOfu for the follow-up, too. This is big steps.
Explosive fights here. Both teams with some fantastic jump.
Is under attack.
Arcane Blink, refresher, Ace.
Scary.
Regeneration.
Skiter has to be so careful with his positioning. Does just probably die if they get caught inside the Ravage. The fight's just over. So Skiter has to be Super aware, super ready with his BKB. Hits 25 as well, takes the multi-shot waves. His damage is pretty nutty as well.
Yeah, that is a big damage increase. Yeah, for Gaimin Gladiators. Still want to play aggro with the cheese on dyracho.
Has a really good item besides just that arcane blade. He has the ninja gear. So now he can constantly always be sneaking into position for these ravages. One ravage could just decide the game. Especially because tOfu, as we said, you know, Blink Dagger is finished on him, so the follow-up, it will be there with the Static Storm if they get initially stunned to prevent those BKBs. And now, even if they do get the BKBs up, Quinn's got the Dream Coil, so he's hit 25 himself on this puck.
He's got so much money as well, Quinn.
He's very rich.
Saving up.
Bounty.
I mean, does he have enough? Yeah, he's got enough to get the overwhelming blink and still have
Radiant's
buyback.
bottom tower
There's
is
the
under
push.
attack.
And Gladiators, they'll start knocking on the door of Tundra down on the bottom lane.
Scout the ravage.
He's in, and he's going to be able to find him in the tree line there. Ace gets the jump onto 9, and Skiter sets up the Static Storm onto the 3 of them. A triple kill for dyracho. He may have missed a ravage earlier, Ace, but that one there, straight into the tree line. It's perfect. Catches Tundra completely by surprise.
The literal perfect catch. It's Skeeter right after he commits. And how short on buyback? 550 gold. I don't know if Tundra or Gaimin Gladiators is aware of that just yet.
And he's ready to go for round 2, Ace, of course. Pop the refresher. He's got a second ravage. He sees the chance to pop at 9. In with the BKB, he gets the grab up onto dyracho. They're going to try and take down this Lina. Lina falls to the side. dyracho, he's going to be on his turn and heal up. The ravage comes out. 9's going to be separated from the rest of his team. The Gleipnir's there to control him. That's 9 out of the game. He's dead. No buyback available on him, of course. Out for nearly 2 minutes. This push from Gaimin Gladiators, it's going to continue. Saksa also to fall. 3 dead on Tundra. 33 also to be in a whole bit of problem here with Lightstroke Array catching him off guard. The cookie's there from Saksa, but it's not going to save him. He's caught under the Dream Coil from Quinn. 3 dead. 4 dead. Saksa will buy back, but they're just getting held in the fountain. C33 also commit the buyback, but Gaimin Gladiators with the 4 of them alive. They'll easily take this bottom set, Rax, maybe even more. Ace jumping forward. They'll try and bully Tundra back to the fountain, give the rest of his team all the space they need to take so much of the base. This is going to be the mid-racks as well, at least. There's 15 seconds until Skitter's back up, and your 9's still down for a full minute.
They even give dyracho cheese. He's pumped up. Continuing.
Radiant's middle.
Can they hold with the 4 of them? 2 sets of racks. The sort of saving grace for them is that there's still a tier 2 top, so they can't be mega creeped. Gaimin Gladiators could put some pressure onto the tier 4. We'll see how much they respect the fact that Skeeter's back in the game. Skeeter.
I love the fact that Quinn just keeps throwing Lincolns on dyracho. It's what actually protected him from the secondary grab from 9 from earlier. It's a huge team fight. She said, Ace, you know, this arcane blink ravage can blow the game wide open and they get the perfect catch. Skeeter.
Gladiators are still hanging around. So it's likely that they may have to back up and look for the tier 2 top.
I don't think they want to. I think they want to
try and stick around, go for the fight, go for the win. I mean, under the tier 4, so Hex going to be throwing the way of Ace. 13 seconds until 9's back in. First tier 4's taken down.
Okay, maybe now back away. They got 25 seconds for the Ravage, for the double Ravage, so I think now it's... GeForce speed should be decent enough. I think you got that tier 4 glyph also, so you're pretty happy. A huge hit from Gaimin Gladiators.
That was a lot. That was a lot there that Gaimin Gladiators was able to achieve. Nearly 20k up, 2 sets of racks taken away from Tundra. Down to tier 4 as well. Very nicely pushed for there, Gaimin Gladiators.
I mean, game-winning Ravage. Catches the perfect heroes, and they have that, of course, free Aghanim is gifted to tOfu, so he's got the follow-up beautifully. Now a refresher, also on the Lina, a DD right outside the pit. dyracho has buyback, and he's totally maxed out. Quinn, jump.
Yeah, Hex. He's got a lot of backup behind him.
Skiter.
dyracho's just going to stand his ground with the BKB. Nice now going to try and get in on top of the Lina. He'll turn for the grab. Over towards tOfu. Skiter is going to get cleared up by the Gush, and now they can turn with the Ravage onto 9. It's going to be 9 going out of the game once again without any chance of a buyback. Same for 33. They're cleaning it up here, Gaimin Gladiators. As with 3 dead on Tundra, there is looking to be no chance of them holding on. It's just Skiter and Sneyking left alive. Gaimin Gladiators come charging down the mid lane. As it looks like this one's over, folks. Skiter.
Yep.
caught in a static storm. Nothing to be done by him. As GG is called, Gaimin Gladiators will take this series 2-0 against Tundra.
What a fun series, and what an interesting game. For some time, Tundra kind of dominating and dictating pace, but Gaimin Gladiators, all they needed was one moment. All they needed was one Roshan. They get themselves an Agonism, of course, given to tOfu. They get dyracho playing